my brain's not fired up yet. I need to have some coffee here. Guilds. Why couldn't I remember guilds? My goodness. Welcome back to Cube Commonwealth. I'm jumping in with the Synergy Cube. We are showcasing this as a selective cube in CQC Spring 2025. So let's quickly review and then jump into a practice playtest. So we got the 6 archetypes: Blink, Reanimate, Battalion, Enchantress, Loot, Transmogrify. Ooh, that could be fun. What's that? That's blue-red. Hard scale, so a bunch of +1/+1 counters. Sack for black-red, makes sense. Black-green, Delirium, and then red-green tokens. So what am I interested in? What is Battalion? White-red? I don't. I'm not sure what Battalion is. All the other ones, I get it. So let's see what we get into. Should we first? I'm not going to spend too much time on the list, but let's look at the lands. How are? All right. So we've got. Okay. I was like, what? Are there only 5? What? I'm confused. Are there? Hold on. Down, farther down. Okay, there are the other 5. It's like, where are the other 5? You know, the other 5 Ravnica sets here. Clans, not clans. What is it called? Why am I forgetting? Man, it's early in the morning. My brain's not fired up yet. I need to have some coffee here. Guilds. Why couldn't I remember guilds? My goodness. Okay. Look at the guilds, but more interested in the lands. We have fetches, shocks, more fetches, shocks. All right, the surveil lands, and then the man lands. Okay, and then also these fetid pools, what are these called? But these are fetchable. All right, and then let's see. Okay, some artifacts. Okay, cool. Looks like there's like 4 cycles in there. All right, let's get into it. So, wonder how many colors we're gonna do. Oh, nice. Let's try it again. Standard draft 315 8. All right, here we go. What is going on? My internet's going so slow or something. Should we just go for lands? All right, there's the blank, there's the sack, some goblins, some experiment 1 shenanigans. For the +1/+1 counters, chainsaw's always good. Vampires, more sack, more goblins. That you could probably sack the goblins to do stuff. All right, this is looking sweet. What is this card? General Kriat, the Bolt Bringer, 2/2 for 3. Whenever one or more goblins you control attack, you create a 1/1 red goblin token that's tapped and attacking. Okay, cool. And then whenever another creature you control enters, the general deals 1 damage to each opponent. Ooh, that could be a super fun build around. So, I don't know my direction yet, so I'm just going to take a land. All right. Once I draft this cube enough, I'd be like, all right, either I could figure out what is the best archetype or just kind of what I haven't done before or what I want to do. But for now, I'll just stay open of the blue, white, black, and then fitting into that, just take a fetch, which this might be the best strategy too. Just like taking the land, so Marsh Flats can pick up Raffine's Tower. Just quickly, what is this card? So 3/4 for 4, but also have this a Fungus Frolic, which is a great name. Instant Adventure, 2 and a green. Create 2 1/1 green sapling creature token. So that's tokens going wide, right? Was that white green? Tokens, Woe Strider, See Beyond again was draw 2, then shuffle card from your hand to the library. Okay, that's cool. Rishkar's good. Enchantress, if you want to do that. All right, looking pretty solid. Any lands, we'll just take another fetch, right? Why not? Allows me to get Raffine's Tower. Anything specifically pulling me anywhere? What does this do? This is the, I didn't draft this set that much. Try to butcher pronouncing the name. It's the blank, the Great Door, right? Matalantali, the Great Door. And you loot by tapping it, and 4 you can transform it. Only if there are 4 more permanent types, so Delirium in the graveyard, and you get the core, which is a land that you can tap it, add X mana of any one color where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. So it would be normally at least 4. Okay, that's cool. Oh, Overlord of the Mist Moors is really good though too. Is that the direction I want to go? I mean, that's just a solid card. And right now, I mean, even though I read through all the archetypes, am I forgetting all of them? I mean, like, we're just trying to kind of go through it. I mean, I'm tempted to just like stay open, but the Overlord's pretty good. I already have two white lands, so we could do white stuff. Hmm. Man, the fetch is so good though, right? Right now is I would probably want to take this, but we'll take the Overlord. I'm okay with that. Let's do it. Let's commit to the Overlord. Seems pretty strong. And there's like no white cards. No, that's not true. Resto. Alright, giving me some direction. I love playing Resto. Just like I've won so many games just attacking with three in the air. Or it's like flash in Resto, block, kill something, and blink some value, like the Overlord. And then also just one with flyers. So am I forcing do I just like naturally go into the blink deck? Is that is that what we're doing here? So I've got this is white, blue, black. So some blink. We can draw. We can watch it for tomorrow. Under the Skin, great art. Okay. Or just take some colors. It's black, blue overlap. What does this guy do again? I need to go through and check out all the other weird sets, the non-standard sets, right? Because this is the 40k one. 2/1 for 2, flying. When it enters battlefield from a graveyard, you draw 2, lose 2. Okay, and you unearth her for 5. That's cool. I guess what I'm looking at right now is probably take the Xander's Lounge's lands or just watch her for tomorrow. Great thing to blink the main blinker, right? It was that one white blue at the end of your at the inset blink something. If that would wheel, probably wouldn't in a real draft, but it might wheel with this algorithm. We can try that. All right, what's I think Watcher's better than Spirit Companion because you dig 4. It's a 2/1. All right, we'll try it. Gearhawk plays in that plan. The Marionette Apprentice. A little bit of Drain, which that card's always just good on its own. A little extra reach. I could blink it to make something. It's whenever the creature controls put into a graveyard, so it doesn't now when it removes. Or just big. I probably will get plenty of top end drops, right? So I mean, technically it could splash black. I mean, I don't know where I'm going yet, and I think the Marionette Princess is pretty strong. What does this do again? Again, it's flying and vigilance and tap 3 untapped artifact or creatures control put a plus one counter on it. Okay, so that's cool in the green white deck. Let's go. I mean, the Gearhawk is nice. I like to flash shenanigans. I like to be able only an insta back from your graveyard, which I haven't done yet, but if I'm playing blue, I should get some counter spells or something. Or just a marionette and just play a bunch of little critters. I feel like this is gonna be better in the sack deck, which was black, red. Now we saw all those goblins. Good to know. We'll note that for next time. This time we'll just take the Gearhawk. Just go some power, right? Oh my gosh, this card's gonna be awesome in the token deck or the plus one counter deck. That's awesome. I could take this because it's white black, fetchable with the marsh flats. That's pretty cool actually. I'm not too interested in the benthic biomancer. I mean, maybe it's the market backwalker. This is pretty strong on its own. It's not good for blinking unless I need to draw cards right away, which is kind of a cool way to do it. No, never mind. That'd be a really bad way to do it because I blink it, comes back with no counters on it, dies. I draw 0 cards. So that no, don't listen to that plan. Do I? Yeah, we'll just stay open with the colorless. Just playing it. I was like a 4 drop is strong, and then pumping it up. Pump it up, pump it, pump it, pump it up. Deep analysis or Thopter Mechanic. Draw your second card, which I'm blue. I'm in blue. I will be drawing cards. And then when it dies, so now when it leaves the battlefield, create a 1/1 Thopter flyer. That's fine. I mean, I don't have any draw stuff right now versus deep analysis. Yeah, it's a 2 drop. We'll go for it. You can get bigger. All right, so that one thing I forget the name of it. It did not wheel because this was the original pack, but I'll take the Creeping Tar Pit. Okay with that. Some good. Alright, so Shambling Vent versus Undercity Sewers, or Seal of Removal. Silent Clearing versus Shambling Vent. Ooh, which one would you take? Alright, so like I'm getting a free black splash, so that's kind of cool. This one will be better with my fetch. It's fetchable, and I like the Surveil more than these two. But if it were just Shambling Vents or Silent Clearing, I guess I would. Well, this is untapped, but deals damage. That's tapped, but a mainland. That's interesting. I guess. Hmm. Yeah, it depends on how much draw I have in the deck if I need this versus just creatures. But I mean, I'm taking sewers for here. Don't need green to loot. I'm not. Well, this does work well with the Thopter mechanic versus Spell Pierce. I think I like Spell Pierce though, just an efficient counter spell. But I haven't played with this card yet, so I mean, looting's always good. Getting all this mana for big drops, maybe I'll get an X spell or something. But what am I going to have in this deck? We'll have creatures in the graveyard. This counts as creature artifact. We'll have some lands. So I'm already 3 there. So I just need an instant sorcery to be able to get Delirium. Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's do that. I haven't played that card. So that would be my angle there. And then, what do I care about this? The Callous Blood Mage. 2-1 for 3. Enters, you can create a 1/1 pest, draw a card, lose a life, or exile target player's graveyard. Yeah, let's go with the Callous Blood Mage. Works well, just drawing cards is great. Works well with the Thopter. And, I mean, the Blood for Bones is probably the green-black deck, right? This to reanimate something? Yeah. But Callous Blood Mage works well. Pretty much going to be 3 colors. Thirst for Knowledge is that instant that I need. That also works well with the Gearhawk. And this is the one that discarded basic, right? Yeah, so I like that. Flip the switch, counterspell, right? And then you create a 2/2 zombie. Alright, cool. That works out. A lot of 3 drops. The Arc Fiend has cycle, right? And then we cycle it, put a -1/-1 counter on each creature your opponents control. Alright, that's solid. Double black. May not be good, so we'll keep an eye open for some dual lands because I'm running 3 colors. So black green, nope. Red green, nope. White blue, that does help. So it thinks 3 steps ahead is fine. Guardian, 3/3 flying for 3, which is good. And then exile to 1 target creature artifact you control. Okay, that's right. Return to the battlefield under center's control at the beginning next end step. Pretty good. It's a little blinker. Works here, works here. Yeah, I think I actually like that. I was gonna take the Restless Anchorage, but yeah, we're doing little blink things. Maybe the Evangelist, Sanguine Evangelist will wheel. Cool, that works. Scalding Turn is probably the pick. 3 Bin Inspectors. See if that wheels. That would be great. A little blink in that little guy. Yeah, Remand is questionable, but there isn't question or is an option, but fetch is good. Bunch of fetches. This is nope, not the colors I want. This I don't care about the red or just a shadowy backstreet. I think I want the shadowy backstreet. This Surveil is so strong. The fetch Surveil. Marsh only gets it, although Tarn does get the triumph. Well, we would get that with the blue already. Any blink stuff that matters? I mean, I don't think that says good. This would be nice to blink. You get a little extra value out of it. What is this card? XX, colorless. Enters battlefield X +1/+1 counters on it, or you put a counter, whenever you put 1 or more counters on it, on another colorless creature, you may put a counter on it. When it dies, manifest a number of cards in the top of your library equal to the number of counters on it. Okay, that's cool. But not here. We're doing the lands. This is not enter the battlefield. As I was gonna say, that'd be cool to blink that guy, but not quite. So shadowy backstreet versus Ralgren Triome. Surveil is pretty powerful. Walking Ballista. Dang, the +1/+1 counter deck seems really strong. Dang. I think the Nethergoyf is pretty good, right? Because it does have escape for 3, but how many? 4. Yeah, exile any number of other cards from a graveyard with four or more card types among them. So a little bit of a nombo with the artifact 3 drop, which would be fine though. And this is white black. Hmm. I mean, Nether Ghost is kind of cool, but maybe just Walking Bliss is just better, right? Bliss is just like good in so many decks, even as like a 4/4, right? Or a 4 drop, like a 2/2, they pump up. I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, let's put it in the 4 spot. Or it could be the 2, right? Depends on what comes up. This is whenever you cycle. So, okay, cool. And it's good to know that the cycle deck is in this cube. Polywog Prodigy, 1/3 for 2. Evolve when an opponent casts a non-creature spell with mana value less than it. Draw a card. Okay, so that fits in with a little draw. I like drawing. And then watch your opponent with mana value less. So then you're evolving. I'll evolve it with most of my creatures, so probably be able to get it up to a 3/5 relatively easily. Hmm. Versus Emperor Bones is pretty strong, right? Because you get, yeah, beginning of combat, you exile one target card, but for the creature, when you put a +1/++ counter on it, oh wow, this is going to be sick in the +1/++ counter deck. Because all the different ways to put counters on it, you get to the card that exile it, put it on the battlefield under your control, the finality counter on it against haste, sack it. Yeah, that's like, that's so strong. Finality, yeah, just if it, can I blink it? Blink the creature with finality? I think I would just, I think finality reads if it like leaves the battlefield, it's gone forever, you exile it. But I would want to double check that. I don't quite remember, but I'm probably right on not working with blink. But that would be sweet. You blink it, and then you get to keep it permanently. I'd have to check that. It probably doesn't work. All right, Novice Inspector, Glimmer Lens, so I can go for Mirrodin. Yeah, to do that. Let's see, is this permanent or creature? Target creature or artifact, jackpot. And this is just creature though, a non-angel creature. Oof, 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 oof. I mean, I just want to do Glimmer Lens. Probably Novice Inspector is the right pick, or the Farmland. What does this guy do again? Enters a draw card, then discard a card unless you control another creature with power 2 or less. That's pretty good, but we are Glimmer Lensing. Doing it for the 4 Meriden value. Hangerback Walker, let's just go the all three. Get all three double X spells. So I go, guess there's that other colorless one, but I'm not worried about that. I think it's just Misty Rainforest, right? Able to get blue, so I get Underworld Sea or Fiend's Tower. Yeah. Right. Let's get just have awesome mana. What does this do again? Target creature control gains hexproof until end of turn. That's kind of cool. It's just a 2/1 flyer. Protects your stuff. Hmm. NT's really strong, but we're not doing that. It's target creature enchantment. You lose 2 life. I think I think I'm okay with this, right? We can do some tricks of like they target a creature. I flash in Resto, blink this to protect it. I think that'd be cool. And it's just a 2/1 flyer for 2, right? Just get in there, get some damage going. What is this? Turn target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield against if these creature die. Exile instead, so it gets finality that has flashback. That versus a removal spell and Feed the Swarm. I think Feed the Swarm is pretty strong, right? And it's a sorcery, so unfortunately I can't get it with a Gearhawk. That's a sorcery, so the Gearhawk doesn't matter there. Yeah, let's just do a little bit of removal. And then Heartless Act is more removal. Don't need a Sacred Foundry. Mirax. Mirex. Not really interested in that. I mean, it's fine. We'll do Heartless Acts. And then not the dual. Like I said, we could do it. We get the other X. Imprison in the Moon. I don't know. What's this guy? It's a double black. 4/5. Flying Trample. There's the battlefield. Put the top four cards of your library in the graveyard. Delirium. Oh yeah, it is. Beginning of your upkeep, you lose 4 life unless there are four more card types. Hmm. I like the mill. I'm doing a little bit of delirium stuff with not. I mean, not much, right? Just this guy. Get something in the graveyard for the Gearhawk is kind of cool, but I'm not really feeling it. I'm not putting counters on this. I mean, in Prison of the Moon, sure, I probably won't play it, but it's fine. Priest of the Forgotten Gods, I'm not making enough tokens to really value that. What is this guy doing? He's Menace. Oh yeah, the Lost Life. It's like a Thoughtseize, right? That's fine. We'll do the Nethergoyf though. And then not doing the Drake Haven. The Polywog is kind of cool. I didn't even read this thing. For some reason I didn't think I was in that colors, but I am Esper. So we will look at this Dihada's Ploy instant, which I like with the Gearhawk, and draw. I like that with the Thopter mechanic, and I just like drawing cards, right? But then discard a card. What the shit? No, I'm joking. You're up a card here. You gain life equal to the number of cards you've discarded this turn. Jumpstart. What does Jumpstart do again? Partially remember, you may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a land card in addition to paying, or and then exile it. Yeah, that's cool actually. You can rock that. And just the Celestial Dragon, right? Is this? Can you make this cheaper? Create two tokens that are copied to target non-creature permanents, except they're 3/3. I'm not gonna play that. It's probably like a reanimation target, but the doll, I might play that. Let's find a blink. Not playing the Gearhawk. Put that sideboard. Like I can technically play everything here. Got 22 cards. Deck is finished. Pluto Delta is probably the pick. Cool that Polymorph is in here. I think that would be a really fun deck. The Transmogrify. Transmogrify, that's what that blue dragon was in there. Like that's the only creature. Only run big creatures. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, True the Mind's fun, but Pluto Delta, good land, good mana. Got a good mana. Blade Slicer is sweet. Skyclave Apparition is sweet and better. Any duels, Thundering Falls, but I'm not red. Infernal Grasp could wheel. Sheltered by Ghosts, this is pretty good, right? I mean, normally it was in the Aura deck, but it just gives it Hexproof, right, when it enters? Yeah. No, no, no. No, no. I'm thinking of something else. This is the kind of Oblivion Ring. But Skyclave Apparition is definitely the pick here. Man, I'm gonna have to be cutting so much. I like the Mana Leak because Mana Leak's great with the Torrential Gearhawk Interruption. Overlord's cool. Feeds the graveyard. Bobble's great for an artifact. I think I'm just gonna do Mana Leak. Elite Spellbinder's really strong too. Huh. I have one counter. Hmm. You're an instant, so I'm just wondering if the Gearhawk just trying to make that better. Just Mana Leak is so strong versus I've got plenty of good creatures. What's Mana Leak? And then Sublime Epiphany is always really hard for me to pass up. Aether Channel is good to blink. What the heck does this guy do? Oscar Rubbish Reclaimer. Digging through some rubbish. 3/3 for 5. Costs one less for each different mana value card in your graveyard. Okay, cool. When you discard a non-land card, you may cast it from your graveyard. It's pretty cool with cycle shenanigans. Terror Tide. All creatures get -X, -X, where X is the number of permanents in your graveyard. Okay, cool. Kaito. Oh, even a shock. How many playables do I have? Right, like oof. It isn't it. I think Sublime Epiphanies is power level. I know I'm cutting cards. We've got 24 non-lands here. Like I should just be picking up more lands, but power level of Epiphany is so strong. Like Hollow Fountain is perfect here. Um, yeah. Sorry, Sage. Passing Atali so late. Barrow Goyf is pretty good too, but What is this card? Fireman Commando. 4/3 for 4 flying. When you attack with 2 or more creatures, draw a card. Nice, I like that. When another player attacks with 2 or more creatures, they draw a card. If none of those creatures attack you, okay. Whew. I'm like, what the shit? I'm not playing that. But Hallowed Fountain, it is Failure. It's great in the Blink deck, and it's permanent, right? Another target non-land permanent. So it's great with the Glimmer Lens, right? We're building a Glimmer Lens for Mirrodin deck here. So lock that in. Recruiter is toughness, right? Yeah. Tidebinder would be good, but Failure. Get in there. Super good. Welcome, Mockingbird. Welcoming Vampire can be good. What is a staff? What does a staff do again? I feel like I have to read this every time. Put a target card on the bottom of Tono's library. Okay. Oh yeah, is this the Magnify? That creature's controller reveals cards on top of his or her library until they reveal a creature card. Player puts that card into play, the rest on the bottom. Okay. This is just a fun card, actually. Like, I don't even need to be transmogrifying. Like, they have an awesome creature. I'm like, well, it's going to kill me. Put it on bottom, get something else for randomness. And I do like interjecting that weird chaos into games. So that's a maybe from a fun level. Farsight Ritual Instant, which is good with Gearhawk. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. If the spell is bargain, you look at 8. Put 2 of them in your hand and the rest in the bottom. So I'm not doing that. I'd rather like draw cards from the Welcoming Vampire because it does attack. And then whenever it's the power 2 or less. So maybe. Yes, yes. Dies, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Drawn a lot of opportunities to draw cards. Yes, no, yes. Probably, no, 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 no. Yes, actually. So because of the 2/1 flyers. I like Welcoming Vampire. Draws cards, drawing's good. Combos a little bit with the Thopter mechanic. Mockingbird is going to be really strong too, especially with ETB stuff. Hmm. And I like how it's multiple CMCs. Oof. 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 That one's kind of rough actually. No, we'll do Welcoming Vampire. I feel like I'm just gonna be I'll draw at least 2, 3 cards off of it before they kill it. I'm way ahead. Arid Mesa, I'm already at 27 playable, so I already have to cut at least 3, maybe 4 cards. So the white gets me Raffine's Tower into Plains. Anything else? Yep, and a black and a blue. Okay, yeah. Wait. Yeah. All right, so original pack, polymorph. Should we just polymorph even if we're getting little things? No. Probably the fetid pools. Let's read this thing. 4/4, crew 2. Draw your second card. You make a Thopter. Hmm. I'm tempted on that, right? Because I do have a lot of draw. But, oof, or just a tap land. They can cycle. Or like I said, I'm already cutting. Like, what would I cut? What do I actually want to cut out of this deck? Right, that's where we're at. I'm probably cutting the Thopter mechanic. Oh, the escort's out. Uh, Probably the Nethergoyf is out. So like, look. All right, a little bit of removal. I'm gonna keep this because I haven't played it, but that feels like a cut. I do have the mana leak now, and then some at 23. This is just a strong card too. It's an instant 5-drop with the Gearhawk, which is sweet. But I already have a pretty big. I have enough instants for the Gearhawk now. I mean, let's take the land after all that. Fertile Grass is pretty good. What does this guy do again? So it's a 1/1 Menace. Except if you descend to this turn, put a counter on it, and then you sack it to kill a creature. Neg X. Hero of the Dunes. 3/2 for 5. Enters. Turn target artifact or creature mana value 3 or less from graveyard creatures. Draw mana. I mean, that's kind of cool, but what? I'm going to cut the Archfiend? Hmm. I have 2 removal spells here. Is there an upgrade? This is kills a creature, you lose life. And this is destroy target creature, you lose 2. This does hit enchantment. Well, that's a sorcery. I'd rather have an instant. We could side in if that opponent has a lot of instants here. Not really interested. I mean, this is fine. Rona, she loots, right? I think loot, that's pretty good. I might actually play that. And a little bit of board wipe. I'll have a decent, yeah, I'll have a lot of, I've got three fetches. One, two, three, four, five fetches. Okay. Don't know if I'll run that Wrath main, but it is solid. Probably not running the flyer there. And then, oh, that's a maybe. Oh, Steph. Okay, okay. I mean, we're not running that main, but it's fun. Actually, if I were in person, like if I were playing it, I'd most likely run this main just because it's super fun. But or maybe I should wait, like not main and just like game to it if they have big creatures. And we're looking at 26. So, do I have any ramp? I don't think I have a bunch of sweet. My mana base is amazing, but this loots. This is good. And becomes, for 5 mana, 2 life becomes a big thing they got to deal with. Looting is good with the Thopter mechanic. Looting is just good in general. And then it feeds the graveyard for this and this. I think so. It doesn't exile it, right? Yeah, yeah. All right, 2 cards coming to. I probably won't play the Wrath Bane because that takes out a lot of my creatures. And do I care about? I mean, this is like Thirst for Discovery versus Deploy. Thirst digs for 3, get to. Yeah, we'll take Deploy out. We have the loot here, which is a bunch of mana. This probably shouldn't quite make it, but I want to play it. Theoretically, that's the idea. Like I want to play it. What are we at? We're at 24. Can I do 24? Because this could be a 2-drop, right? This Nigma counter on something. And this is basically a 4-drop. I could do 16. Yeah, I would do that because a bunch of 2-drops. I'll stay alive long enough to get up to 4. And a bunch of looting. So, oh, that's the question though. Yeah, no, it's fine. Because I'm like, normally you loot if you have more lands, that's fine because you can ditch lands. You'd rather have more lands to ditch so you can play your spells. But I'm okay. I'm okay with this. All right, so now let's figure out the land situation. We got the 5 colors. Calling these 3 colors because the fetches can search up the Raffine's Tower. Right, so look at that. Beautiful mana. Oh no, jeez. This does also get Raffine's Tower, but I got a lot of blue black. All right, so blue is pretty much free. Do we even need maybe one island for the rainforest? I guess I should have thought more about this. So we were at 12 lands. We need 4 more. White seems. I'm not sure we can get Raffine's Tower, but I'll need some more white. Maybe, let's see. These 2 are fetchable too for the islands and swamps. Yeah, man, the mana is so good. I love it. Let's do 2/2. Oh, or 2 plains, 2 swamps. And I'm wondering, should I run another island? I don't think so because the fetches can get the sewers, the pools, the island, and the tower. So I think we're good there. All right, yeah, this deck looks awesome. I would have a lot of fun playing this deck, right? So mana's good. Do I feel like I'm missing top and stuff? Not necessarily. We have the Overlord. Maybe if I had some recursion just to feel a little better. I mean, I have a little bit of recursion, Emperor of Bones, target my own stuff, but now this deck looks amazing. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next one.